Oh, hi there. Just reading this book on sound and hearing. Actually, I'm looking at this picture. It is very strange. It looks like this. I'll show you right now. This book also has some other cool pictures. I'll just show you another couple of cool pictures first before we go on to the little lesson. So here's some more here. Yeah. So I'll explain a bit more about sound and vibrations at the end of this, but we're going to do a couple of experiments today. We are looking at vibration as a means of transferring sound. So I guess that sounds very complicated, and in some ways it is a little bit complicated, but the experiments that we're going to do today will be able to be done by everybody in the school from foundation to grade 6. So we are actually looking at the way that sound travels. So when I'm talking now, it's traveling through the air, but sound can also travel along solid things, so through wood, so wooden instruments, or on pieces of string, which we're going to look at today. Yesterday, I tried to invent some instruments for you to make at home, so I still haven't really succeeded yet. I'll show you one of them now. The spirits of music, please create this instrument. Voila! Here it is. This might not look like a very exciting instrument because actually it isn't. It's not really very good. This is an elastic band on a saucepan. So it kind of looks like a guitar, but as you can see, it's pretty soft. I'm going to put it right up to the microphone like this. So maybe we can hear what it sounds like when it's mic'd up properly. Okay, so the elastic band is vibrating, it's making sound, but this thing, the saucepan, is not a great resonator, so it's not making it very loud, it's very quiet. So what we're going to do today is quite strange, very interesting, and I think you'll be quite surprised by the sounds that we're going to achieve by doing this. So first of all, you need these things. You need a pair of scissors, cutlery, and string or twine. I don't know. I originally did the experiment with this one, which is like a natural fiber, and it didn't work as well. I mean, you can try it if you have this around. So I ended up using this one, which is like, I think, for gardening as well. It's like plastic. I've also done this with wool before. So if you've got wool, wool works. So either a ball of wool or some string that's like this. Okay. You can use any type of cutlery. You can use knives, but knives are dangerous, so actually you can't use knives. Use forks. You could use spoons too. It's not really any reason why I chose forks, except that they just look a bit cooler than spoons. That's pretty much it. Maybe spoons would work better. I don't know. If you have enough time, you could see the difference, experiment with spoons as well. Anyway, what you're going to do is you need a piece of string. The string should be about, where is the end of the string? Here it is. You need about 40 to 50 centimeters. About 50 centimeters is probably good. So just roughly 50 centimeters, about the length of the shoulder to the end of your arm. Anyway, there's a string. We are going to tie a little thing around, a little knot around the fork. So pretend this fork is a body. This is like the head. It's got like a spiky haircut. This is the body. And this is the neck. So we're going to tie a piece of string around the fork's neck. Okay. So one here. And then you're going to tie the next fork along to about there. So about, I don't know, like half the length of the fork away. So yeah, that's about 10 centimeters. It's about 10 centimeters away. Tie the next fork one. Okay. All right. And it could be just a single knot or a double knot. I think a double knot's better so it doesn't fall apart later. So I'm just going to do one more double knot. If you are in foundation or grade 1, you will probably need some help with this because it is a little bit tricky, even for a 42-year-old. Now we're going to put the last one on, the third one here. So put this on here. Okay. You now have like a little chain of forks. I know this is not really a chain, but I don't know what else you would call this ensemble of cutlery. It's like a chain of forks. Anyway, we are going to cut with magic to all 6 forks being chained together. All right, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. And voila, we have all 6 forks here. They are like forks on a little leash. You could take them for a walk if you want, but that is not what we're going to do. We're going to do something related to music. We're going to zoom out now because this video is about to get a lot stranger.
In come the dollars, in come the cents, to replace the pounds and the shillings and the pence. Be prepared, folks, when the coins begin to mix on the 14th of February, 1966.
You might be asking what I'm doing right now. That's a very good question. All right. So what is happening is, the next part of the thing is that you get the string, go wrap it around your finger like that. Like that, okay? Then with the other one, you wrap it around the other finger too. So like this. So both of your fingers should have the string tightly wound around the end of the pointer fingers like that. All right. Then you put them in your ears like that and like that. And then you have to bang them against something. So this is where you kind of look pretty crazy. But you've got to like bang them against something. And the sound is quite loud. It's pretty impressive. So I'm just going to explain what is happening here. So normally when these forks are just hitting against each other now, you can hear that, but it is not that loud. With the string, the vibrations are going from the metal up the string straight into your ears. So you can hear it sounds a lot bassier, so there's a lot of low notes in there, and it's louder. All right, so that's the first experiment that I want you to try. The second experiment is actually a lot easier, and to be honest, the sound is even better too. But I still want you to try this one too. So we are going to cut to the next experiment now. For this part of the experiment, you are just going to use a coat hanger, a metal coat hanger. For this, once again, you are using the string. So, God, this string is so messy. Cut it like that. Again, about the same length, like 50 centimeters. Then you tie it around the hoop of the coat hanger, like this. With a double knot again. And we're going to start this with just one ear. So wrapping it around again. And this time I'm just going to put it in one ear and block the other ear. Okay. All right. This one is very impressive because it sounds like an enormous bell. It's really low and it's very loud. Okay, just with one ear, it's not that impressive though. So this is a bit long, so I'm going to cut it shorter. And I'm going to tie another one if I can find the end of the string. Yes, here it is. Okay, so it needs to be the same length as the other one because you're putting this into your other ear. All right. So tying this one on here now. Okay. All right. So you got two strings, one for each ear. All right. So you might need someone to help you with this if you are in one of the foundation or grade 1 and 2 classes. You need to get the string the same length. So I'm just going to cut it now so they're both the same length. And this is probably the hard bit because you have to do this with both fingers. So here, and then the other one here. Oh, that one probably too short. Okay. So they need to be hanging at equal distances. Okay, let's try this now. It's very cool. Okay, I know that I look extremely weird doing that. I am totally aware of that. I'm sorry, I just do. And you're going to look weird too when you do this. It needs to be hanging, so the string needs to be taut on both sides when it goes in your ears like that. So I don't know if you saw, but a moment ago, one of them was too loose. So it was in my ear like that and it wasn't tight. So they both need to be taut so that the vibrations are conducted up through the string. All right. You should obviously wash your hands before doing this too. You don't want to have, I don't know what stuff you've got on your hands, but just make sure your hands are clean before you put them in your ears because you might get an ear infection. And even though this experiment's pretty cool, it's not really worth getting an ear infection for, is it? All right. So both ears, string tight, and go like that. Another really good thing to do is if you were staying really still, you get someone else in your house to hit the coat hanger with something, probably not too hard because it's very, very loud. So go like that and then just get somebody to hit it with, I don't know, a fork, a chopstick, something like that. That is it. That's the second part of the experiment. Sorry, I've got 4 fingers up. That's the second part of the experiment. We're going to do the third part now. For this experiment, you need a hammer, a nail, and 2 cans. It doesn't have to be chickpeas, but chickpeas are pretty delicious. This is very important, and I have to stress this fact very clearly. Do not use a hammer and nail by yourself. You're going to have to get somebody to help you. You definitely need your parents' supervision if you are in foundation or grade 6 or any of the kids at Pendas Grove. So please, just in case, I don't want you to have an accident with this. We are going to be doing something very, very classic. This is something that you see maybe in cartoons and in old movies, but I have never made this before. So this is children's technology from the 1920s. We're making a phone with cans. All right. So, sorry, I forgot. To transmit the sound, you also need the string that we've already got. Okay. So you're going to get the can here, upside down. You need to go right in the middle here. And this is the bit that could be potentially dangerous. So please either get your parents to do this or, yeah, just get your parents to do it. All right. So that's it. So it's in it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. It's gone in and that's it. That was actually much easier than I thought. I don't know if you see on television shows, sometimes they pre-make everything. I have actually just never done this before. So I'm just seeing how we go as we go along. This is an experiment. All right, the next one now. And that's out too. Okay, so we've got 2 holes. I am going to tie a string that will go from this hole, like that, and make a big knot so that when the string is tight, it doesn't come out the other end. So it doesn't come out the hole. Okay. So that is a big knot. Can we get a close-up on this knot? Okay. Let's see if it comes out. I think it might. Let's see. No. That's actually a pretty cool instrument. But it is not coming out, so it's good. All right. Depending on how long away, ideally, this should be really, really long because the whole purpose of this is it's like a telephone and you can't hear the person talk. So this string actually needs to be probably about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 meters or even longer. So I don't know, you could experiment and see how far away you can go if you've got enough string. So I've done this quite long. All right. And then this goes through the other hole in this can. All right. And we're just going to do the same thing again. Tie, a big knot. The other thing you could potentially do is like tie a matchstick to this and that would stop it coming out of the can. I don't know if that would stop the vibrations going down the string. So once we finish this, what will be happening is that you will talk into one of the chickpea cans. The sound will travel down the string and go into the other chickpea can. All right? So let's test this one. Is it coming out? Okay, that's good. So it needs to be tight. Same as the coat hanger experiment, the string needs to be really taut. All right, so we have 2 cans. There is a string that is attaching both of these cans. So what's going to happen is, so make sure they're clean. Yes, they seem quite clean. And you're going to talk into one of them. And the other person in your house is going to listen like that. And you might want to like block your other ear so that you can hear really clearly. And we're going to test that out right now. I'm going to test this out with my cameraman. Okay. I am going to talk to my assistant. Could you please move that way a little bit more? All right. So the string has to be really tight. So it kind of clicks out, the can clicks out. If it's not tight, the sound doesn't travel down. All right. So let's go. She's got the can right over her ear and I'm going to talk into it. And go like that. Can you hear me? Can you?
Yes.
Okay. Another cool thing that you can do is actually play it like a bass and talk at the same time like this. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds very good.
Okay. I'm going to get my assistant to talk, and her voice is going to go out of the can into the microphone so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay.
Ceci est une expérimentation. Ceci est une expérimentation avec un fil et une canette. Le son passe de la canette à l'autre canette par l'intermédiaire du fil.
Okay, cool. So this is definitely something that I think you should try at home. It will work really well if the string is tight. So you've got to make sure it's taut. So taut, I keep saying tight, but the proper word is taut. So taut just means when the string is really, really stiff and really tight like that, because the sound doesn't come through otherwise. All right. Remember, do not use hammer and nails without your parents' supervision. And send me a message if you have any issues with any of these experiments. I hope that everybody is having an awesome time at home with their family, and I hope you have a lot of fun doing these experiments. Okay, see you later.